Alright, y'all, time to debrief about clinicals. If you don't know anything about me, my name is Portia. I am in Western Governors University's pre-licensure RN program, in their RN BSN program. And I'm gonna just let y'all know how my experience has been so far. I do have a YouTube channel and I go through admissions all the way up to clinicals. So if you want to check that out, my link to my YouTube channel is in my page. So let's get it. First, you would be assigned a clinical instructor. Clinical term is term 2 for me. If you come in with all your prerequisites, sorry, I'm cooking. So you come in with all your prereqs, and then you take your non-transferable courses, which is nutrition, dosage and farm, critical thinking, and foundations of nursing. Those classes, you cannot take it anywhere else but WGU. Now, I get a lot of questions in my DMs. Y'all be asking me the same questions that I already have videos done. So I'm constantly repeating myself in my DMs, and I'm just like, refer to the videos, y'all, because that's why I made them. I'll answer some questions, but like, I'm always repeating myself. So if you could do me a favor and subscribe to my channel and like my stuff and watch my videos, you will get your answers, because I literally have everything, like from Sophia learning all the way into lab, everything. I explain everything. What's the timeline to get your lab kit, your badge, everything. I'm in North Carolina, so, which there's not a lot of us out there who share their journey, so I'm out there trying to help y'all. I'm from New Jersey though, but I've been in North Carolina for 12 years, and yeah, so clinical was pretty chill. I honestly liked it. I had a great preceptor. My preceptor was a director of nursing at the facility, which was funny. I was like, I would get that, because watch her be having me doing all these crazy stuff. Really sweet, and I'm really hands-on, and she was just like, you want to do this, you want to do that? I was like, yes ma'am, like put me on the floor. Like, I like to learn skills, because that's how you're going to be a proficient, safe, and effective nurse, if you know your skills and know how to do them safely. So of course I've done things like kind of off, and then she would reassure me and help me, correct me where I need correcting. But she was like, oh, like, you know. So I did injections, I did vitals, I did a head to toe assessment for a new admin, I did like admission, a lot of blood sugars, because it was in a long-term care facility, rehab center for the geriatric population. That's what the adult health one is, geriatric population. Yeah, so we followed her around. We basically did med passes all day. The morning is rough because, you know, everybody takes their daily meds. They're once a day, or their injections once a day. So we do all of that. We was on our feet from like, we started at 7:30 to like 1 or 2. We was like a whole thing. And then we had break, and then we continued. The PM meds are not as bad because, you know, everybody already got their heavy stuff during the day, but I did an injection. A patient said that she didn't even feel it, and I was like, clock it, because, you know, I'm here to not have my patients be hurting, right? We're trying to alleviate that. Look at my nose ring coming out. So that made your girl feel good. I was like, okay. It was a Lovenox injection. I'd given that to myself because after I had my last daughter, I was on it for 6 weeks postpartum. I was doing it myself, and it was the same syringe and everything. They're pre-filled. Lovenox, if you don't know what that is, enoxaparin is the generic name. Clock Farm, but yeah, it's used for blood thinning. Yeah, and it's an injection. So that being said, I feel like I learned a lot on my first day. I did a lot of hands-on stuff, which I love. I go back Sunday the 14th. I got a back-to-back shift, y'all, so I'm gonna be hurting. I got me some new compression socks because I needed them to be a little more stretchier. I felt like the ones that I had were too tight, so I ended up taking them off by the time I got there. So yeah, I feel like I learned a lot. The facility is an hour and 15 minutes from my house. Just so y'all know, your clinical site is gonna be 60 miles from your district. So North Carolina, my district is Raleigh-Durham, so 60-mile radius from that. If you're in Charlotte, 60-mile radius from that. So yes, be prepared to drive for your clinicals. And it sucked after 12-hour shifts. You know, you're tired. You don't want to drive. That driver was kicking my butt. But anyway, I feel like I'm more tired today. So I just been resting, rehydrating. Make sure you got some good shoes. I got clothes. I meant to talk about that. And so these are my shoes that I wore for clinicals. They are clothes. Yeah, they were really good on my feet. My feet didn't hurt at all. My legs were cramping from standing for 12 hours. But yeah, I really like the shoes. This is how they look on feet. And this is not sponsored, but Clove, if you want to hit your girl up with a little affiliate program or something, hit me up. Let me know. But yeah, y'all, they're mad cute. I like them. Other than that, clinical was great. I have my next shifts. I got 5 more shifts. So 72 hours for your adult health clinical, which is 6 shifts, 6 12-hour shifts. So I'm just ready for the women's and children's because that's what's near and dear to my heart. And I want to be an L&D nurse, postpartum nurse, NICU nurse, whatever, you know, mamas and babies, whatever I can get. I plan on when I graduate to apply to all those specialties. Because future me, I might want to be a nurse midwife or a neonatal nurse practitioner. They seem very different, but it's either working with babies up to 2 years old or with mamas and their newborns. So, you know, we'll see. But if y'all have any other questions about clinicals, hit me up. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel, please, because that helps me so much. I love getting comments where people say that I'm helping them and that I'm giving so much insight for North Carolina especially. So it kind of makes me happy and makes me feel good that I'm helping people and just trying to give awareness about the program because it's a great program. This program is the only one that's allowed me to start my nursing journey with my kiddos. So I'm very grateful for this program. But yeah, bye.